Welcome to the very special 7th edition of the Music and Sound Retailers Vnewsletter, the industry's first and only bi-weekly video news show. Hello again, I'm Jill Nicolini, and what makes this broadcast so special, well, it's the fact that it's the one right before the NAMM show, and that's in Anaheim, of course. So what we thought we would do is give you a little sneak preview of what and who you can expect to see at the show. Before we start, I'd like to remind you that this show is brought to you by Tester Communications, publisher of The Retailer and producer of Convention TV at NAMM. Tell your friends and associates about Vnewsletter, and remember, The Retailer's Vnewsletter is available in streaming video formats, as a podcast, and on your multimedia cell phone. Now, let's get right to it. Okay, let's get started. If you're like me, star spotting is one of my favorite NAMM activities, which is why I'm going to be stopping by the Martin Guitars booth more than once. Graham Nash is going to be there at 2 p.m. on Friday, and Tom Johnson from the Doobie Brothers will be taking it to the streets on Saturday afternoon. Any Wings fans out there? Make sure you stop by Martin at 4 on Thursday to see Lawrence Huber. Dean Markley Strings has announced its celebrity guest lineup for Winter NAMM. The list of stars includes 2 men who were formerly featured in the curtain call section of the Music and Sound Retailer, Randy Jackson and Rick Springfield, as well as Nuno Betancourt, members of Korn, All-American Rejects, Foreigner, and Alice in Chains. As always, lots going on at their booth, so check with the company for exact appearance times. Speaking of guest appearances, Kaler will be a place for the stars during NAMM. Chinese guitar virtuoso Powell Young will be demonstrating the company's bridges every day of the show at noon. Kerry King will make an autograph appearance on Saturday, January 20th at 1 p.m. And Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains will stop by for a visit at 3 p.m. that day. Now here's an interesting item. The Marriott is the place to have a cross-country experience with Yamaha's Disclavier. You heard me, cross-country. How can a student and a teacher have a lesson while being 3,000 miles apart? You'll just have to see for yourself. A 10-minute remote lesson between California and New York is going on every half hour, 10:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. every day of the show, except Sunday, when the last demo is at 11:30. Sure, there are going to be big celebrities all over the place, but if you want to see the talent of the future, head on over to the Anaheim Marriott. 3 students from Yamaha Music School are going to perform original music at noon on January 19th and 20th. They're all under the age of 14. How cute. We'll be back with more of what and who you can expect at NAMM right after this. Please stay with us.
Presenting the DJ industry's first patent-pending USB-compatible digital music turntable controller, the HDTT 5000. No CDs, no laptops, just pure sound. Cortex. Own it.
Please visit us at NAMM. Baden Guitars.
Well, if you believe that heaven isn't too far away, I can't sing, but you'll definitely want to stop by the Moody Leather booth because guitarist Eric Tuner will be there at 2 p.m. on Friday, January 19th. Gary Hoey will be there to sign autographs at 3 on Saturday, January 20th, and Richie Kotzen, formerly of Poison, and Mr. Big will also be making an appearance. Peavy's hungry like the wolf this year. They've invited John Taylor to NAMM. The Duran Duran star will be holding a press conference and signing autographs starting at 2 on Saturday. Wow, that really takes me back to the old days. I love those guys. So many more stars are going to show up, I can't even name them all. Joe Satriani, Skid Row. Check the Peavy booth for the full list. Hey, I love the rock and roll as much as the next girl, but sometimes I'm in the mood for some smooth jazz, you know? What do you think? Maybe I'll see you at the Rolling Booth then for some digital piano demos. On January 18th, pianist David Benoit will be there, and so will Kevin Toney, who's worked with Donald Byrd and Brenda Russell. Friday, check out Brian Culbertson as well. How about a big opening night party? Well, we have one for you. Electro Voice will host a huge bash at the House of Blues from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. on January 18th. Several big acts will be on hand, including Los Lobos from 9:30 to 11 and Twisted Sister from 11:15 to 11:45. But you may want to check with your rep for tickets. Joe Palumbo and John McCarthy, co-owners of Rock House, are in a partying mood. If you are too, you can come down to Winbash at 7 p.m. at the Pulse Lounge in the Anaheim Hilton Hotel. The event, also sponsored by PV, Pearl Drums, and many other manufacturers, will feature performances by Doug Wimbish, David Ellefson, Gary Hoey, Greg Howe, and more. Of course, NAMM isn't just about the parties. The show floor is going to be bursting with new products and buzzing with some really big news. Like, did you hear Roland is teaming up with Fender for a new product launch? Be sure to watch Convention TV at NAMM each day to keep up with everything that happens while it's happening. It's on in your hotel room and at the convention center 24 hours a day, so you can't miss it. We'll be right back with our final note just after this. Please stay with us.
ProMark is changing the rules. Selling drumsticks and percussion accessories will never be the same. See what it's all about and how it will benefit your business. Visit ProMark at Hall D, booth 3056, and prepare to be amazed. Yamaha's Digital Music Notebook. It's the fastest way to find sheet music and lessons that you want to play now. Learn how to play guitar and keyboard by using the many learning tools this service has to offer, and practice while playing along to music that accompanies the sheet music and lesson books.
No NAMM show is complete without a trip to NAMM University. Let's look at some of the sessions you won't want to miss. Kick off the show with free breakfast and hear Henry Steinway, Bill Everett, Paul Reed-Smith, Bob Taylor, and others take on the Breakfast of Champions topic, My Favorite Mistake. Now, that should be real interesting. The breakfast sessions continue every day of the show with topics like marketing to women and an overview of the year's hottest products. And be sure to stop by the Idea Center right on the NAMM show floor. Some of your favorite music and sound retailer columnists will be there, like Dan Vetta, who's hosting Making the Mass Merchants Work for You on Saturday, and Ravi, who will be speaking the same day at 2:30. For a complete list of topics, descriptions, and times, check out thenamshow.com/NAMMU. Well, that's it for our pre-NAMM edition of the Music and Sound Retailers Vnewsletter. Check us out after the 20th of the month. We'll be broadcasting highlights from the show floor at the Anaheim Convention Center. Thanks for watching. Once again, I'm Jill Nicolini, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.